This is the demo for GAM 470 assignment 8. So right now the first question, we need to get the fog working, and it's working right now for the texture light shader language. I'm not going to show the color light one because texture light is covering everything we need for the color light, and it is working as well. And so right here in the texture light shader language, I add a new structure, that the fog properties, and also instance data. When I'm sending the word and material, now the fog is also be sent to there, and also try to open another channel to do it separately. It also works, but I prefer this way. And the fog will have default values as the range set to infinity. It will never be reached. So when I'm not giving any value to it, there will be no fog. And so, for example, we can not do it like this and comment out all the fog values. So now the fog will not be shown. And question 2, the mirror. Really, I didn't do much work here. I just add the color light and texture light and to the scene, and it is working. And I also changed something about the mirror. I make it based on the shader light, the color light shader language, because since the mirror has a tint, it means it's not perfect glass. It reflects the light in some way. That's just more realistic to me. You can see in the mirror, and everything's working, and things are going not upside down. It's left side, right? Anyway, see, it is working, and just like on this side, it's working on that side. Yes. All right. So I think there's some difficulties to face here about the lighting in the mirror. First I render it. I realized my spotlight in the mirror, it was pointing somewhere further away, but actually I figured out it was actually pointing the negative direction of the origin. So why is that happening? Because in the word we're using, how do we calculate the direction of the spotlight? It's the minus post to get norm, which is pointing to the origin of the word, the 0 for x, y, and z. But that will not be working in the mirror, because the mirror one should be pointing at the origin of the mirror, which is a mirrored origin. Yeah. So the lighting here, I do it this way. Also use a refraction matrix to calculate the refracted origin point, so I get the direction, and now that's working properly. And yes, also for the further work, the further work is actually not hard once I understood what this mirror thing is working. You just set the so let's say I look at the mirror class. It has all the attribute that it was in the DX app, but now I move it into the mirror class, and it has 3 major functions. One is initializing, another is on, and another one is off. So what does on and off do? It is just repeating the step of step 2 and step 3. One is the marking the mirror pixels, and then I just stop using the stencils and render the mirror again. I just put all these functions move this and that into the mirror class. So, and also I can set a value for the mirror, and in the initializations, things are looking the same. I just get all the value and store it in the header file. So right now I'm having when I start, I should start rendering the stuff in the mirror. I just set the mirror on. Okay, switch the state, render everything that will be shown in the mirror, and then set it off back to normal, and then I render the thing that is not in the mirror. Oh, the reason I render all the things in the world after I finish the mirror stuff, because if I render them first, like for example for the ground, it will be shown in the mirror because it was rendered first. And but since everything in the mirror is not going to affect this world, unless it's through the mirrored lens, in this way it will not interfere with the stuff in the mirror. I can just show this. Show you what I mean. You can see the edge is going into the mirror because it was rendered ahead of the mirror, and put it back, it was just not going to be there, and there won't be anything from the mirror sticking out. So that's much better. Also, because I can set the mirror size, I cannot do this. I can change the mirror size because I have it right here. By pressing buttons, I can set the mirror value. I just need to set one value to it. This is the size. I can also set things else, but it will be default have its own value. And that's it. It saves a lot of space in the X app and looks much cleaner.